Hello everybody and happy Friday. It is time for my Friday Reads selection. But before we begin, go ahead and click subscribe up there or the little bell down below if you are not already subscribed to my page. All right, today I'm super excited because we are talking about Final Girls by Riley Sager. Wow. Okay. This one was awesome. I am so excited. It is a thriller and it was sit on the edge of your seat and grip the pages as you turn them because you will not want to stop reading. All right, let's read the back. 10 years ago, college student Quincy Carpenter went on a vacation with 5 friends and came back alone. In an instant, she became a member of a club no one wants to belong to, a group of similar massacre survivors known in the press as the Final Girls. Lisa, who lost 9 sorority sisters to a college dropout's knife, Sam, who went up against the sack man during her shift at the Nightlight Inn, and now Quincy, who ran bleeding through the woods to escape him. Despite the media's attempts, the girls never met. Now Quincy is doing well, maybe even great, thanks to her Xanax prescription. She has a caring almost fiance, Jeff, and a therapeutic presence in Coop, the police officer who saved her life all those years ago. Her memory won't even allow her to recall the events of that night. The past is in the past. That is until Lisa is found dead in her bathtub, wrists slit, and Sam appears on Quincy's doorstep, intent on making Quincy relive the past. And when new details about Lisa's death come to light, Quincy's life becomes a race against time as she tries to unravel Sam's truths from her lies and remember what really happened at Pine Cottage before what was started 10 years ago is finished. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this one was so exciting. Let's get into the details. I don't usually give out a 5 out of 5 star rating or review, but this book was exceptional and it gets 5 out of 5 stars for me or from me. So warning, there will probably be some spoilers in this one. I'm going to try to keep them to a minimum, but I'm excited to talk about it. All right, the writing. Final Girls is the first psychological thriller by author Riley Sager, which is actually a pseudonym for an author who has previously written under his real name. If you know his real name, please comment below because I would love to know what it is. Since I don't really know and I have looked it up and haven't gotten anything solidified, I found a picture of him, but I haven't quite figured out who he really is. I would love to read some of his other books since this one is so amazing. So please tell me if you know who Riley Sager really is so that I can check out his other books. All right, his writing is detailed and descriptive and it just draws you in while leaving you on the edge of your seat. Once I started reading, I could not put this book down, and I don't think that you will be able to either. Most of the reviews that I saw online were fantastic, with only a couple that were kind of lower reviews, which I don't understand that because it was fantastic. The story was amazing. It has been a very long time since I have read a story that just completely comes full circle and leaves no plot holes, no unanswered questions, and no room to doubt the author's decisions in what he wrote. It was beautifully constructed. A beautifully constructed story with plot twists that just leave you amazed and in awe. As an author, I am in awe of this book and how well it was written. The thing that I think I love the best about this novel is that it is literally two stories, two novels in one. It just intertwined as if folded into each other. So there are numbered chapters, like this, numbers, which take place in present day. And then there are chapters that are not numbered, that, like this one, say Pine Cottage, and then the time. Or later on in the book, it's like a month after Pine Cottage or 4 months after Pine Cottage. Those are all in the past. So there's two different timelines. The numbered chapters that are present day, and then these non-numbered chapters that are the past that we get to see glimpses of. Because our lead character, Quincy, has amnesia and she cannot remember what happened at Pine Cottage. She can remember the beginning of it, she can remember the end of it, but there is this time period in the middle where she has just completely forgotten what has happened. And so through those non-numbered chapters, we get to see from the time they got to Pine Cottage till the time she was rescued, what happens. And it is so intense. But having those chapters kind of folded into the present day chapters just allows us to get a little glimpse of the past, a little glimpse at what is happening without giving us too much detail, without giving us too much of the past that we know the secrets of the book before the right time. So it's awesome. There are hints. Don't get me wrong. There are hints and there are clues throughout this book that could lead you to the ending, could lead you to know, could foreshadow the future of the book. But then there are clues and hints that lead you astray, which is what makes this so good, because you just don't know what to believe. All while Quincy is in a situation where she doesn't know what to believe. So it's awesome. It's so awesome. I will tell you, at the end of the book, I did have a sixth sense moment where I thought, oh, why didn't I get that? Why didn't I see it all along? And the reason? Because the author is just that good. You just don't see it. You can guess all you want. Well, you read this book, I don't think you're going to get it. You're not going to know what actually happens until the end. At least I didn't. And I am so glad that I didn't, because the twist is amazing. All right, the characters. Not only are our main characters of Quincy and Sam and Coop and Jeff flushed out to the point that we feel like we know them. Like they're there, they're our friends, we know them. They are in our lives, or we know these people in our lives. But also our side characters, Janelle and Craig and Betts and Amy and Rodney and even Lisa. All of them are flushed out and they have complete stories and they are beautifully character developed. It's phenomenal. The appearance, I always talk about the book cover, it's simple, it's plain, it's the back of a woman's head. I assume it's Quincy or maybe Sam or maybe Lisa. It's definitely one of our final girls, I believe. But it doesn't really matter who it is. It could be any of them. The red, blood red letters are perfect, I think, for this psychological thriller. I think the knife wounds for the eyes are awesome. It's just a small little detail that I think really brings something to the cover. Kudos to the cover artist. Phenomenal book, phenomenal cover. I think it definitely brings out the feel that our author was going for with this one. And I just loved it. It's simple and it's just exactly what it needs to be. All right, my favorite quotes, I have two of them. The first one is, you can't change what happened. The only thing you can control is how you deal with it. I love it because it relates so well to this, but it also relates to life in general. What happens, happens. You can't change it, but you can't change the past, but what you can change and what you can control is how you deal with what has happened. So I thought that that quote was awesome. And then my second favorite quote is, "Final girl is film geek speak for the last woman standing at the end of a horror movie." Basically, it's just telling you what final girl means, but we all know what a final girl is, even if you didn't hear that word before, that phrase before. But it's that last girl standing at the end of a horror film. And I grew up loving horror movies. I love the B-rated horror films, slasher films, you know, running through the woods, stupid, going to the noise. I love them all. So the idea of the final girl in the movie is just something that I have known since I was very little, very young, growing up, watching horror movies with my dad. And to watch or to see a book and read a book that is so perfectly written about this is just amazing. So that is my two favorite quotes. And I definitely think you need to check out this book. Have you read Final Girls? Tell me yes or no. Have you read something else by Riley Sager that you think that I should read? Comment below because I would love to know. And if you know his real name, comment that below too because I would love to check out some of his other books. All right, a huge thank you for everybody who has watched this video. I hope you did enjoy it. With that said, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new book reviews every Friday. And if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload a video, go ahead and click on that bell below. If you don't already know, I am a fantasy author myself, and my books are available in ebook and paperback format on Amazon. So check those out on my Amazon author page, which I will or have put the link in the description below. And you should really follow me on social media as well. I am on Instagram and Facebook, and of course you can tweet me at Nina_Soden. All right, everybody, have a wonderful Friday. Don't forget to click subscribe and check out my latest videos over here. All right, happy reading, happy Friday.